All right, people. So I just want to talk about Julian Assange here and his so-called, supposed release of all these documents or whatever, these emails. So apparently, Roger Stone, who's a pretty high up Republican strategist, insider, whatever the hell you want to call him, he's got a lot of connections. He apparently says that Wednesday is going to be the day that Assange releases all these emails or documents on Clinton, whatever the hell he has. And he says it's going to be the end of the Clinton family, the end of Hillary Clinton, which is very exciting news. And, so apparently Assange was first going to make a balcony speech here about, and reveal all this information. And so they decided not to do that now for security reasons, which I think is a good idea because that really leaves him out in the open for assassination. We know that somebody tried to invade where he was, some person tried to invade where he was staying and maybe tried to kill him. He was eventually detained, but who knows what that guy's intentions were. So apparently they're just going to release the documents either Tuesday or Wednesday. So I can't wait for this to happen. I hope it does happen. He's really been putting this off. I mean, he claims he has this wide array of shit on the. I mean, we keep hearing this. That Assange has all these documents. Okay, well, I really want to fucking see them. I mean, it's a great time to release them before a debate. If you're going to release them, this is a good time to release them. Release them on a fucking Tuesday. That would be the great time to release them, because then they'll be in the news for the whole week. It's a good time to release a bombshell is on a Monday or a Tuesday, because then that's just basic fucking advertising, whatever knowledge right there. Now the debate is on Sunday, so we might forget about it, a little bit when it comes, but I'm sure it'll be brought back up if there's something big in there, bombshell like Roger Stone claims there is. So, are we going to see the 33,000 emails that Hillary Clinton's cronies deleted? I hope so. Maybe we'll see something else, but I mean, I'm very excited, not only for what's going to happen on Wednesday, but what's going to happen, in the next, a little bit over 30 days here. And I mean, this has been a fucking crazy ass election. The polls are basically neck and neck. We'll see what the hell happens, but I mean, it's getting very exciting. In the final, in really the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter here we're in. I mean, it's basically a tie game here. 2-minute warning. Yeah, I mean it's getting crazy here, people. So, and I think many people are trying to silence Assange. I mean, we all know that in politics, people will. I mean, maybe not everybody knows, but I mean, just a logical person knows that in the world of politics, that people will kill to get what they want, because in politics there is billions of dollars to be made. There is vast amounts of power to be gained, vast amounts of wealth, like I said, to be gained. So you can't put it past people that they're willing to kill people. If Hillary gets in office, we're talking about billions of dollars in the changing in the healthcare industry, billions of dollars worth of shit in the energy sector up for grabs. Versus if Trump gets in, well, maybe Trump's going to push coal power more than Hillary would. Maybe he's going to do some other shit. So I mean, there's just hundreds of billions of dollars up for grabs in the versus what Trump is going to do versus what Hillary is going to do. So you can't put it past the establishment, the world elite, that if they're going to lose billions of dollars, yes, they will kill one person. I mean, they fucking killed thousands in Iraq, and that lie. So you don't think they're gonna, willing to kill one person to get what they want? So I'm sure Assange is under great danger. I doubt that they're going to kill him, though, because that would look really obvious. It's almost like Assange should just release these right now, because I mean that really gives you puts you in a lot of danger to say, okay, we're going to I have all these bombshell documents on Hillary Clinton. Well, that really sets you up for an assassination, there, buddy. I mean, that's all. He's really doing something that's very dangerous. I think he's a patriot, um, and I can't wait to see what the hell he has. I think we'll see it before the election. I keep hearing it's going to be bombshell. It's going to be bombshell. All right. Well, I mean, now is the time to really. I mean, we're 30 days away about from the election. About what, 35, something like that. I mean, now's the time to see these emails. Now's the time to talk about how Hillary Clinton helped cover up Bill Clinton's sexual assaults. For people, we need to hear from people like Kathleen Willey, Paula Jones, Juanita Broderick, and all these people who have been who accuse Bill Clinton of sexual assault. Because all we hear is, oh, here's what we hear. Oh, Trump's sexist against women because somebody alleges that she was called Miss Piggy by Trump. This is what I would retort back with. Okay, I spend 20 seconds saying I never said that or whatever the fuck. And you, Hillary, it's not just one woman in this case. We have numerous women, like I said, Paula Jones, Kathleen Willey, Juanita Broderick, numerous others who have alleged that Bill Clinton had sexually assaulted / raped them, and that Hillary Clinton helped cover it up. Can you respond to that? See, the Clintons have never been asked that. When you hear what the attacks against the Trump campaign are and how he's sexist or racist, all you hear is, oh, a woman said that Trump called her this. Well, how about these women that allege Bill Clinton raped them? A much more serious, 1,000 times more serious than Trump calling somebody Mrs. Piggy. I mean, and this Miss Piggy person, whatever the fuck, she's been fucking debunked as being a liar. She said that this caused her to have an eating disorder or whatever the fuck, when she said she had the eating disorder before this competition. So she's a liar. So she's really discredited. She's been proven a liar, so why should we believe her now? And she gained a fucking... That's your job when you're Miss America or Miss Universe. Your job is to be beautiful, be hot, maintain your weight. But she decided to be a fat ass and gained 40 pounds or whatever the fuck. So what do you expect? What do you expect? She didn't fit the job description. And then I also hear another attack against Trump. I hear people pulling this quote from him. He says that women should only get paid as much as men if they do as good a job. What's so extreme about that statement? Is that untrue? What do you think? Women should get paid more? I mean, what's so extreme about that? Yeah, if they're not as experienced, not as qualified, don't have as much working experience, so they should not get paid as much. If you have a doctor, if we go into the field of surgeons, if you have a surgeon who's only worked 5 years versus a surgeon who's worked 25 years, the 25-year one's going to get paid more. Because he's going to do a better job because he has more experience. And like I said, statistic-wise, men have more experience than women in the workplace. I mean, that's just a fact of the matter. That's not being sexist, people. That's a fact of the matter. See, they don't ever give you all the facts into the situation here. So now they're saying, oh, Trump didn't pay all his federal income taxes. It's fucking funny because they're not saying he didn't do anything illegal, are they? No, they're not. So they're basically bashing him for using legal tax deductions and taking legal means to reduce the amount of taxes he paid. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't do that? So let's say you gotta pay fucking, 30-some% or whatever, 20-some% tax rate, and you could find a way, legally find a way to reduce your rate to whatever the fuck. Is that, I'm sure everybody would fucking do that. I mean, that's smart. I mean, who the fuck would pay? Yeah, I'm gonna pay more money to the government so they could waste it more on useless wars in the Middle East or other shit. I mean, so no, I mean that's a bullshit argument there against Trump. Or, again, another thing, and they're like, oh, Trump's paid no taxes, when there's many other taxes that Trump has to pay as a businessman. They don't include all the other taxes there are. There's more than just the federal income tax. There's many more other taxes. I mean, he's built a great company. He's employed many people. He's done many great things for the city of New York. You never hear about that. He's employed many women in positions of power. He's opened clubs, that, generally they don't open clubs to minority groups. It's only like, oh, your rich white people are the only people allowed. But Trump has opened it up to everybody. Yet you never hear about that, do you? All you hear about is, oh, Trump didn't pay somebody. Well, maybe they didn't do a good job. All you hear is, oh, this company went out of business because Trump didn't pay them, or they almost went out of business. Well, did they do a good job? If I hire somebody to do something and they don't do it sufficiently, then they don't get paid. And if there is, and if they did do a good job, then they could fucking sue. And they could take Trump, but they didn't do that, did they? Why? Well, maybe they didn't do a good job. You see, you never hear about that, do you? Maybe the aspect of they didn't do a good job. If you ask for a table to be built and they only put 3 legs on it, are you going to fucking pay him? No, you're not. And I think there's many shysters, many liars out there, many frauds who are looking to make a name for themselves out of Donald Trump. Anybody who's done business with Donald Trump is going to be, oh, he didn't pay me, or anybody who's worked for Donald Trump, the thousands of employees who he's employed, are going to, oh, he treated me horribly, oh, yeah, to try to get attention. I wouldn't be surprised if these people have been paid, by the Clinton, the Clinton campaign to say this shit. I mean, so now you got this beauty pageant queen or whatever the hell going around saying, Trump, how bad Trump is, and all these other people who have supposedly done business with Trump, and it's ridiculous. It's just, but yet you never hear about, in the media, the Bill Clinton rape accusers. So it just shows you how biased the media is. And, I mean, going to Lester Holt and how biased he was. I mean, it's just so obvious how lying and biased. And, I mean, whether you hate Donald Trump or not, I mean, it's pretty obvious that the media is in it for Hillary. I mean, I was watching SNL, and they did a fucking, joke about the Trump-Clinton debate, and it was so one-sided. It was so obvious that they were for Clinton. They were making Trump seem like a racist, a sexist, calling black people, and shit, just horrible things coming out of his mouth, while Clinton was, for the most part, just doing normal shit. And they were sending the subliminal message of Trump's this horrible guy. I get that there's a lot of, if you're have a comedy show that, I mean, Trump, that's like a golden opportunity to make a joke out of, somebody if you want to make political humor. But they don't even fucking address Clinton. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous that they just give her a free pass. Not only on the media, but now on SNL, they're going all out against Trump. I mean, it's just, he's facing a media onslaught. I wouldn't be surprised if Anderson Cooper, is much like loser Holt in this next debate here upcoming. But I mean, Trump's really got to go on the offensive, in my opinion. He's really got to hammer Clinton. He cannot hold back. He's got to do what has got him here in the last 15 months. He's got to hammer her on her crimes, and she's not going to be able to respond if you hammer her on the emails, if you hammer her on Benghazi, if you hammer her on the covering up of Bill Clinton's rapes, if you hammer her on the numerous other things, on her flip-flopping of gay marriage or the TPP, which he's already done, but he could still do, just hammer her, hammer. Trump's got to hammer her, because this is an election where the candidates, both of them unfavorables, heavily outweigh their favorables. So Trump's really got to, he can't talk about himself. I mean, I like his policies, but he can't talk about himself. He's got to hammer Clinton, because, again, it's going to be about who's talked about more is going to lose. If Hillary's talked about more, she's going to lose. If Trump's talked about more, I think he's going to lose. Or have a better chance of losing, because, again, you know, this is both candidates' unfavorables are way higher than their favorables. So you got to hammer Hillary Clinton's email scandal. Hammer it, which has driven down her unfavorable rating, you know, greatly. Hammer that. Hammer all the scandals. And like I said, you know, you got to go on the offensive and not talk so much about your. I mean, you still got to do it a little bit, but you got to really hammer all her scandals, because she is just filled with corruption, filled with scandals. The Clinton Foundation. I mean, I could just go on and on and on, but I think I've done enough ranting here in this video. But there you go, people. There's kind of my thoughts there on the WikiLeaks and more of these, you know, phony attacks against Trump and the media biased. So there you go, people.